Today, we're installing Hannshow Gen 2.0 running boards on the Cybertruck. Let's do it. Also, please forgive the echo. I'm filming this in my garage. It's raining. It's cold outside. It's just going to be what it is. But let's get started. So here's everything that comes for one side. I've already installed the passenger side myself. I wanted to learn the process before I showed you guys how to do it. So you have the running board itself. You have the brackets, all the screws, all the bolts, the wrenches for everything. Everything's included. You don't need any additional accessories. If you have power tools, it will probably make your job a little bit easier. But if you don't, like how I was in this situation, everything is included, everything you need. Let's get started. So as you can see on the instructions right here, there are 4 bolts underneath the truck attached to this side cladding right here. You need to take all 4 of those out. I'll show you where they are. Take those out, and then that's step 1 complete. Pretty easy start. So you guys can see, here's underneath the truck right here. You have one right there. You have one right there. You have one right there, and finally one right there. Those 4 bolts with the wrench provided, take those out, and that's step 1 complete. Oh, and this might be obvious, but recommendation, take the truck, put it on high. You could put it technically in off-road mode if you want to. High did enough for me, but raise the truck. It's gonna make your life so much easier. So for this, it's the 10mm ratchet. Again, if you have like a straight up ratchet yourself, it's gonna make this a whole lot easier than doing it manually like this. But again, everything you need is included in the kit. So I'm gonna use this to get started, and I'll probably end up using a straight up ratchet. I'm not a car person. I'm not a tools person. I just have what I need to do stuff around my apartment. So I'm not gonna, like, if I mess up a term or anything like that, y'all can yell at me. I own that. So here's the first one, and obviously save these because you never know if you want to take your truck back to factory, if you trade it in for another car and you want to keep the boards, if you upgrade the truck later down the road or something. Keep all these so you can take them off. I'm gonna put them in a bag that came with the kit. So you can take, I'm pretty sure you can take all 4 of them off. I like to do them one by one with putting the mounting brackets on. That way you kind of like do one, focus on it, move to the next one, do it, move on to the next one. So we'll grab the first bracket and put it on, and then literally just rinse and repeat that for all 4 going down the truck. I'm not gonna show you the, like, doing every single one because they're all the same, but I'll show you how to put on the first bracket. And as you can see, the brackets are different and they do go on in a specific order. This is the front, L2 is the middle, L3 is the middle, L4 is the back. It also explains it on these right here. So make sure they do have to go in a specific order. So I'm gonna grab L1 right there for left 1, driver's side 1, install it. You take this guy right here, which has a lock washer as well as a full-size washer. This goes into the hole that you just took the bolt out of to give it, like, it's a spacer. And then this one, there's another bolt, like the truck already has mounting mounting holes and screw holes and all that stuff. Again, I'm not a technical person, bear with me. Already underneath the truck. So you don't have to do any drilling at all. For a non-technical person like me who has never done work like this on a truck or anything, it made me have the confidence to do it myself. And just know, I had no idea what I was doing when I did the passenger side. And it probably took me about 45 minutes. So if you know what you're doing, you're probably gonna have a way easier time than me, but it could not be any more foolproof. Trust me, so I had no idea what I was doing going into this. So yeah, grab all the stuff, let's head under, put the first bracket on. And actually take back what I said. This is L4, this is the front. So L4, L3, L2, L1. I had this backwards. So this is the front, middle, back. Because again, they are all different. This is why you double check the instructions. It is definitely easiest to do the smaller 10mm one that has the spacer in it first. You can just finger tighten it. That way you can let the whole thing hang while you grab the second bolt with the washers, line it up, and then screw it in. And you can kind of have a gap, that way you can see where the hole is. I finger tighten everything first, and then go back in and get it, like I said, to about 70, 80%. Of course, it's not a whole lot of hanging down. And do that for all 4 of them, and then go back in and tighten everything. And again, I apologize, this is an awkward angle. It's just, this is how you gotta film this, because there's no other way to really do it. And there we go. That's the first bracket. Again, there's 3 more of these you're gonna install on the way down. And remember, they are different. So make sure you double check the instructions like I did to make sure you install them in the right order. But if you don't wanna look, L4, L3, L2, L1 is up against the back tire for the left side. The right side, again, make sure to double check. It could be the opposite order because I can't remember because I already did it. But yeah, so you get this thing on here. I'll flip the camera around so you guys can kind of see also. Let's turn you guys around. So you can see you have the one bolt right there. That's the one with the spacer. And then you come over on this side, right there. There is the 13 millimeter bolt. So you do that. Each one is in a different spot. You can tell when you see the brackets. Again, I like to leave them about 80% to get that way I can line them all up. You do that, and then you're on to actually installing the board. So I'm gonna put the other 3 on, and I'll see y'all when that's all done. Oh, and one thing that I really highly recommend before you even get started on mounting everything, when you unbox and unpack everything, go ahead, take all of the washers, the screws, the lock washers, all that. I recommend go ahead and putting all of them on. That way you don't have to go digging for everything and you know you have everything. So when you grab one of these, you know it's good to go to install it on the truck. Same for the big ones, the spacers, all that. Get everything organized beforehand. It'll make your life so much easier in the long run, trust me. Because now I know I can just grab one of these, grab a small one, grab the bracket, good to go and install it. It'll make your life so much easier. And there we go. There are all 4 brackets installed. Took probably about 10, 15 minutes max to do that, pretty easy. And now, time to set the running board on it. Now you don't have to get it exactly how you want it right now. I would say it's good to kind of have a general idea. I like to have mine a little bit longer on the back end. That way if I want to use it to kind of get into the bed, I can stand on it to reach back there if I have something near the slope up there. So I like to do that, and then it's just taking it and pushing it all the way up against the brackets like that. There you go, step 3. Pretty easy. And now the final step, simply taking these brackets right here, attaching them to the brackets and to the running boards. You'll slide it in. You have your 2 bolts, your lock washers, your washers. It'll go in like this. It'll slide into the running board, and there's holes in the brackets. It'll drop in. You screw all this stuff in underneath, and you're done. Also, again, I know I'm not the best person to explain this. This is the instructions. This is what we're doing right now. It can explain it probably way better than me. Here, I'll show you guys. Now that the first one is on, we'll get you guys underneath here. So you can see right there, this is the bracket that was attached to the truck. Here is the 2 screw holes right here and right here. This is what that piece slid into, and this is what, you can take it, you can slide it back and forth, adjust however you want. You'll take that, attach again. The bolt, the lock washer, the washer, you'll screw that all in. That's how you lock the board to the brackets. I recommend putting all 4 of the bracket pieces on first before you tighten it. That way if you need to do any adjusting, you don't have to loosen anything. So I'm gonna do that, get all 4 on, and then slowly kind of go down, tighten it a little bit, adjust it, rinse and repeat that probably 1 or 2 times, and you're done. That's it. Now you guys can see, looking down here underneath the running board, all 4 sets of the locking brackets, they're installed. Now, just take your washer right here, you have your bolt and your lock washer, this little guy, it's gonna go in the middle, attach it to all of them again. I recommend personally doing all of them to about 80%. That way if anything gets shifted as you tighten anything down, you can adjust it without having to go back and unscrew everything else. That's how I recommend doing it. Again, if you have, across the board, it's gonna make your life easier. If you have any power tools or a ratchet, especially for this part, it's gonna make your life a lot easier. If you have one, but again, if you don't, it comes with all the tools that you need. This is all using the 13 millimeter. So if you have one, recommend it. I'm gonna do this, then you're done. Again, it's Brooks proof. And if it's Brooks proof, most anyone can probably do it. And from doing the other side, personally, the easiest way I found to do this is just don't even use any tools at first. Just take your washer, you can find the screw, put it on, then put the lock washer on, kind of grab underneath just so you have some like force to kind of hold against. And then just finger tight everything like this. Do that. You can do it honestly all the way down first. It's a little bit, it'll take you a little more time to do it, but finger tighten everything like this, then you can just go back in with either getting a ratchet, power tool, whatever you want to use. Tighten it all down. It's a whole lot easier because then you can kind of have a grip on everything. This might be common sense, but after doing the other side and kind of learning what works best for me and what definitely didn't work best for me, that was easiest. So I recommend doing it that way. Y'all, it's been, even with recording, probably about 45 minutes doing all this, and we are coming up on the end. I'm tightening the last bracket set down. I like to kind of just go back and forth to make sure, because obviously when you tighten one, it's going to make the other one a little bit looser. Do that, go back, double check everything, but that's it. Again, for someone like me that is not tool savvy by any means, I'll accept that, and never installed running boards or anything on a vehicle before. I don't know how it could have been easier without just paying someone to do it for me. Honestly, like this was very, very straightforward. And they look great too. And here they are. We are done. Again, that was probably a 45, 50-minute process, including setting up this camera to record. They look so good, y'all. Again, super easy to install. Takes 30, 45 minutes per side. If you know what you're doing more than I do, will probably be even faster. This isn't necessarily something you need for your truck, but if you're like me, I like to ride with it sitting higher, and I'm not sure over the long term how good using entry mode, letting it lower, raise air suspension all the time. I don't know how good that's gonna be in the long run. My grandpa loves riding the truck, and it's harder for him to get in, even at entry, so having the running board's great for him, great for, again, like grandparents' age, young kids if you have them. They have a ton of different uses, plus, like you can't really ding the truck or anything, like a door can't really hit or ding it, but it removes that possibility if there was one. And again, I think they look great, easier to access from the bed. Honestly, it makes it a lot easier to clean the windshield too, because the windshield's so big, it actually makes that a whole lot easier. So there's a benefit right there. Okay, there you guys go. That is the process of installing the Hannshow Gen 2 running boards for the Tesla Cybertruck. I think they look great. I'm really happy with how they turned out, and they're being super awesome. They have a Black Friday sale going on, so if you use the discount code on screen right here, it's also in the description down below, you'll save yourself 25% off across the website. So you can save you some money if you want to get these running boards, any other accessories for if you have a Cybertruck, any other Tesla. They have other vehicles as well. Save yourself some money on this Black Friday season, 25% off. Again, on screen, and the link in the description down below. But there you guys go. Hope that if you get these, hope this video can make the process a little bit easier for you guys. But I think they look great. I'm super happy with them, and I'm excited to use them on the road, stuff like that. So thank you all for watching. See you very soon in the next one. Bye.